Alright, it's Sunday and time for another edition of What the Fuck Happenings in the YouTube Atheist Community, or Semi-Atheist, somewhere around the Atheist Community. So anyway, you get the stick ham later. Good evening there, but anyway, we'll go first to The Amazing Atheist again. Long video Sunday. It was really long, like an hour and a half, and yeah, I couldn't watch it all, so I skipped through it, and it's a lot of anime stuff, and who cares, and his mood was really... he was really in a crappy mood, and so it really wasn't good. Kind of a downer. Yeah, he was just pretty negative and pretty obnoxious, and you know, made it a little bit tough to view, a little hard to watch. You know, I was in a pleasant mood. I just wasn't in the mood for some unpleasant guy just moaning and groaning. And you know, the questions are all, you know, he turned it into a question video, you know, his long video Sunday. So there was none of that introspection stuff, none of that moody stuff, just, you know, and, you know, the stupid questions like, you know, what would you rather do? Like, an anime character looks like it's 12-year-old, or an anime character looks like it's 13? You know, kind of stupid questions, just whatever, just really bad. On the bright side, though, to give him some credit, he did this top 10 best bad things kind of video, and it was done pretty well. He was, you know, talked fast and articulate and all that crap, so it was done really pretty well. Except, you know, he did rag on Queen. You know, he said Bohemian Rhapsody was like so bad it was good. Come on, you know, it was legitimately good. I mean, it wasn't like you know, an accident. You know, it was a hell of a construction. So I you know, whatever. But anyway, he's entitled to his opinion, but I think it's kind of a stupid opinion. I mean, the bad, you know, things that are so bad they're good are usually things that are just really made horribly. And you know, that was like a piece of art. I mean, that was a pretty brilliant construction. But anyway, whatever. Next, Tommy from the Bronx would like me to say something nice about him. So I'll say his head has a pretty good shape to it. It's pretty human-y. And so, yes, you got that part right. Your head is the proper shape. Let's see, anything else? I know, I mean, really, no, I was just say, Tommy, I just think you've been pretty obnoxious. The American white trash thing, you do 3 parts on this, you know, I mean, that was made to be like a 2-minute video, not a mini-series. And if you were going to do a mini-series, you should have at least figured out the part where you have to start like American white trash. You have to start in the middle of your chest. See my fingers pointing to the middle? And then work your way out. You should have figured that part out that's reversed in the camera. Because that was pretty lame. I mean, you're talking about dumb, ignorant American white trash, and then you do something kind of dumb and ignorant. You know, it's kind of a giveaway. And yeah, I don't like the maligning of the trailer people. I've known trailer people, and you know, some of them were brilliant people, and they were just doing the trailer thing because they were being economical, and you know, so I think the trailer jokes, I think it's time to move on. You know, make jokes about people that maybe don't tie their shoe and the pants are falling down, and let's not bother blaming people for living in trailers. But anyway, that's just my opinion. You can do whatever the hell you want. And really, all this Yoke-Up crap has me sort of rooting for Yoke-Up. I mean, I've only watched one of his videos all the way through, and that was the, you know, he had a can of disinfectant, and he just videoed the can while him and the crazy woman talked together. And, you know, it was obnoxious, but it's just, you know, it's Christians. That's their thing, you know. So, it wasn't so bad. And, like I said, whatever. But you have me, like, rooting for them, because it does look like your people are getting a little bit crazy. You know, insane even. You know. And driving people off YouTube is not a good idea. Humiliate them and irritate them, okay. But harassment sucks. And it's sort of looking like harassment. But whatever, you know, you can say he fired first, and so then you can fire back, and the war can escalate and do whatever it wants. It's none of my business, all this personality shit. I'm not into personalities, you know. So I'm moving on. Cody, let's see, yeah, he did the video, oh yeah, he did a, what was it, like kind of a black smack kind of video, like blacky smacky, blacky wacky, whatever, who cares. Like, it doesn't mean anything that Obama got elected and all that crap, and it sort of means something. It's a milestone. It's a get over that and move on kind of thing. So it's got a lot of good little pieces to it. But yeah, it doesn't mean anything. He's not going to save the world. He's a Democrat. He's a DNC Democrat. He's not like he's a bold new thinker kind of Democrat. No, he's the standard operating procedure Democrat. It's the policies they've had in the Democratic Party cookbook for 15 years that he's just regurgitating out again. So it's going to be a lot of don't ask, no tell kind of brilliant policy. You know, a lot of middle of the road mush that ain't going to do anybody any good whatsoever. But anyway, today was in Blog TV one night, and I did pop in there as a courtesy, you know, because there's only like 10 or 12 or 15 people in there, so I thought I'd pop in and be nice and say hi. And, you know, he was kind of a nasty little prick, which is okay. I mean, he can be, you know, irritated that I'm sort of obnoxious about his stuff. You know, because he does the poetry thing, you know, and I don't. And, you know, somehow if you don't do the, you know, if you're not a poemtrist, you know, you're somehow not artistic. And, you know, that's okay. I mean, we can critique stuff, but I mean, I just didn't like, he implied like I never did anything creative. But, you know, I do artwork stuff, see a little statue, human statue, you know. And, you know, I'll resort to this one of my more brilliant paintings. Look at that. Look at that, you know, human love. See, love for humanity. Whoops, don't want to show any nipples or anything. So, you know, I do artistic-y things, creative, whatever, blah blah. So, you know, you can malign it, you can criticize it, but you can't say I don't know what art is, you know, or creativity. So, you know, but whatever. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. But I might not come back to your room, you little nasty prick. But anyway. Nah, whatever, doesn't matter. Enough said. Goat actually made some videos. We're gonna move along here. I didn't watch them all yet, okay, but he's doing the Blog TV thing, apparently as a co-host, which is an interesting, yes, I'm going to be the, whatever, second fiddle. I don't really get that part, but whatever, if it works, fine. Hiring himself out as second fiddling. So, but, you know, interesting, he's back making videos anyway. Christopher 7, he hasn't made a video in like a month, but he finally made one, and it was kind of boring actually. You know, but whatever, you know, you can't hit all the time. It was on Scientology, and it just kind of got a little bit, you know, blah 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 blah. But the cat, you know, the cat was in the video in the end there, and that really made the video because it gave you something to watch, and the cat was being interesting, so that worked out okay. All right, I think that's it. I do have new video on the website. Just, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a what the fuck, a couple of issues, and it's, you know, just with some girly pictures and stuff, and not made for YouTube kind of video. And so you can watch that if you like, or, you know, you don't have to. Whenever, at your convenience, at your leisure. Say if one day you're desperate for something, maybe that's the place to go. So Stickam, anyway, it was a good night. I had gotten a bag of potato chips earlier in the day, and so I was kind of happy. I was in a rare good mood last night, and the room started off kind of shaky. I mean, you know, the trolls, and things weren't working perfect, but it was really a good night. You know, it was enjoyable. It was pleasant. Yeah, that's about it. Azranok, I'll mention his name because he likes being mentioned. He was in there a long time, and he actually participated, you know, which is unusual, and some. And yeah, no, it was just a nice night. And so yeah, a lot of the usuals. A little pastel girl showed up early, and yeah, everybody calls them jailbait or whatever. But they're just pleasant girls. It's okay to have girls that are just pleasant looking, nice, pretty colors. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, fucking phone. Alright, longer than expected interruption, so I have no idea where I was, so I will continue from some point on the piece of paper. Yeah, well, anyway, so yeah, the pastel girls were in Stickam, that was good, but people gripe, you know, about underage stuff, and fuck all that crap. I think I already said that part, yeah. And the Azranok part, well, he liked his name being mentioned again, so I'll mention his name again. So anyway, and yeah, there was a couple of regulars, a jungle list or something was in there. A California girl, I call her. She's got a nice smile, makes you happy. Kind of just pleasant person. You just can't, you know, nothing else to say. Karina, she showed up too. She didn't stay as long as usual, but she was good. Didn't put on any socks and stuff, so she didn't do anything great, but it was pretty good. She got up and down a few times and that kind of stuff. Conversation-wise, don't really remember. We had some good conversations, you know, origins of the universe kind of stuff, and then I think we talked about like how cardboard boxes are made or something. I'm not sure, but there was some good conversations mixed in with the stuff. And yeah, even there was evil. Evil was in the room, a couple of the evil people, and they tried to be human, and they almost made it a couple of times, so it wasn't horrible. So yeah, it was a nice night. I have to admit, I had a pleasant evening. I mean, I don't know. I know it's unusual, but it was pleasant. It was pleasant. You know, I was in a good mood, and it was pleasant. So what can I say? I don't really have too much negative to say. I know it's out of character. I'll try not to make a habit of this, not having anything negative to say thing. But yeah, I had a pleasant evening. Yeah, it was just a personal impression. It was pleasant. I don't know what it was for the rest of you, but it was pleasant. That's it. All right, enough. Really, that's enough, isn't there? Yeah, that's it.